Hey, welcome back. I want to do a trailer review. I was going to do these individually, but I'm going to do them all at once. I'm going to talk about Black Adam. I want to talk about Shazam. I'm going to talk about the Batman and Peacemaker. So Black Adam and Shazam are two characters that are part of each other's like mini universe. Like they're in each other's comic books. They're the opposite side of the same coin. Black Adam is he's an immortal. He has the same powers as Shazam. He from a different time, and he's so old that if he reverts back, he'll most likely die. But he doesn't want to find out because he's been in that Black Adam, super form for so long. He doesn't revert. He just stays that way. Then you got Shazam. It's part two. They call that Shazam: The Fury of the Gods. You have who do you have in there? Helen Mirren, and she's playing Calypso, a goddess, and she's not alone. And I guess they've been away for a good long time, and they're back, and they don't like the state of things, so they're gonna put everything back in place as they saw it before. So they're the villains. Both look really good. The Black Adam one is not really a full preview. You're just seeing him getting encountered by armed figures. So it's more of a teaser than anything. But I'm going to put all these links down below, and I really recommend checking them out. So with Shazam, that trailer that I'm going to put down below, it's more of a behind the scenes on what they're going to deliver. Yeah, you have Lucy Liu. She's the other goddess. I didn't recall the name of the goddess. I don't think it was in the trailer, but I'm going to put that link down there. They both look good. Gotta admit, I am a little biased. I want to see Black Adam a little more. It's going to be played by The Rock, so Dwayne Johnson. So that'll be fun. Then I'm going to go into the third trailer, which is The Batman, which is going to be played by Robert Pattinson. And he has Colin Farrell in there, and he's playing the Penguin. And this one actor, he's been in numerous things. Little Miss Sunshine, he plays the older brother that wants to get into flight school. He was in was it There Will Be Blood with Robert what's his name? Oh man, this is horrible. Daniel Day Lewis. Daniel Day Lewis is in this movie called There Will Be Blood, where he plays this oil baron, and he's trying to get this land that has oil in it, and someone in the family is a preacher, is a young guy, and he uses his position to humiliate and abuse Daniel Day Lewis because Daniel Day Lewis wants the land. He'll do anything to get it. But anyway, that young preacher, he's the person that plays the Riddler in this movie, and it looks good. There's some really good lines in there, really good scenes, and there's elements to it that people aren't liking. Like in the preview, you'll see that Batman gets shot by a bunch of guns, and he's just walking forward, walking through it. And in the comic books, that's not the case. But I think there's an aspect of DC Comics that need to evolve and change, just like Marvel has evolved and changed. Batman needs to be a little bit more like Iron Man. He's got to have actual suits. For someone that rich, you've got to be able to afford a suit that can do exactly what you need it to do, which is take a bullet at any angle, most calibers. So the standard amount of crime that you're going to encounter, your suit's going to be able to handle it. So I like that part. The other part that I like is is the scene with the Penguin getting pursued by Batman, and Batman's in a car, and it's like this big American muscle car, like a Mustang or a Corvette or something, and it's all like customized, but you can still tell the car that it's built off of, which I am a huge fan of more than any other Batmobile that's ever been used. These long boat drag racing cars that they've had Batman car or Cadillacs that they've had Batman cars be made out of. I've never liked. There's never been a Batmobile that I liked, but this new one that looks like the car from Punisher that the Punisher souped up with some customization. It kind of has that feel, that vibe, almost Mad Max a little bit, and that's why I like it. I hope what DC's doing is that they are doing trial and error with all these things, and they repeat what hits and they like quickly discard what doesn't. I hope that's the model and path that they're on, because Batman has had to be reinvented numerous times to find out what works, like the suit, for example, that I just mentioned. So, yeah, I liked it. I'm intrigued. It's looks like a fun ride. Am I gonna like it? Like, what's my favorite Batman? It used to be the Christopher Nolan Batmans, but now I've actually gone to the Michael Keaton run in the late 80s with Tim Burton directing, and I gotta tell you, I did not like those as a kid. I did not. The first, they're off-putting for me. I didn't like them as a kid. Um, I'd watch them because I wanted to watch comic book characters, but like it's not what I would have asked for if asked. I know it's a really self-involved way to look at it, but just wasn't my flavor. But with enough time and enough movies, with the Joel Schumacher movies that were horrible, and the Christopher Nolan movies that were like high art, but like there was something missing. There was something always missing with those films, or some of the choices that they made is just okay. You know, you got to find out, right? So that's why I think this movie, The Batman, that's coming out with the Twilight actor there. I'm intrigued. I want to see it. He does come across like Bruce Wayne more than anyone else. For me, more than Ben Affleck, more than anyone else. A reclusive billionaire that's socially awkward, that's emotionally stunted from parent dying trauma. And what does he do? His therapy is going out and beating up criminals. Like this movie, The Batman, really gives me that feel more than anything. So I'm giving it enough praise that I'm intrigued. I want to check all three of these things out so far, and I'm gonna end this video with Peacemaker. This has John Cena in it. I'm in. I love his performances and the things that I've seen, and this is an offshoot from the Suicide Squad movie that just came out by James Gunn as the director. So John Cena plays this vigilante style covert op, former military, you know, almost super soldier um, that goes by a superhero named Peacemaker. He's a little bit like the Punisher, and like a mix between Punisher and Captain America, but it's very comedic. And when I really please watch the Peacemaker trailer. Out of all of this, more than anything, this is the one that I want to watch the most, and it's unbelievable. It looks hilarious, and it made me think of something separate, but it looks like the action's going to be fun, the humor is going to mostly land, and you're going to see the acting chops and humor for John Cena, which I think if you can do comedy really well, you're overlooked on how well you can do everything else. Like I've been saying this about these three major ex-wrestler performers. You got Dwayne Johnson, you got Dave Batista, and now you got John Cena. You're going to see out of these three, Batista that's going to get an award for acting. You're going to see that. uh, I put a lot of trust in that becoming reality. I think John Cena is going to rule comedy, comedic action. He's going to edge out the Dwayne Johnson in this area because I think he's funnier. I think The Rock is actually at his funniest with no filter. The clean humor that he does is tropey. It's overdone, and many others have done it, and some that are better than him have done it better than him. So I don't see why the raw Dwayne Johnson continually goes after that PG-13 humor that he has so much material built off of. It's not getting him anywhere further. If he wants to break through yet another hurdle in cinema, he starts doing older humor. And this is why I think you're going to see John Cena exceed The Rock. But I think The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, once he gets Black Adam out, we'll see. Because I do like his work. I've been enjoying his work since The Rundown with Sean William Scott and Rosario Dawson and Christopher Walken. That was a great movie. Maybe I'll do what would you call that? A moldy oldie reviews. Maybe I'll start doing that. Leave a comment down if you want to see me do moldy oldie reviews because I've been watching movies since I was pretty much in diapers. So I've watched not nearly everything, but the plethora of what I've watched is pretty deep. So please like, subscribe, share with friends, watch all four of these trailers. Comment below on which ones you're excited to see. I'd like to read to see what you have to say. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you dropping by. Have a good one.